Hi, my name is Candice, and I'm going to talk to you about plastic water bottles. Stop using them. They are disrupting food chains and can cause diseases such as some kinds of cancer, heart disease, and infertility.
This is the first step for everything we create. Extraction. Plastic bottles are made from petroleum oil, which is mined in Saudi Arabia, Russia, China, and the USA. Each person uses about 96,712 barrels of oil every year, whether in food, bottles, or other items made of plastic or oil.
If we continue to mine oil, we will destroy various habitats, which are home to animals, therefore disrupting food chains and food webs. And that could be disastrous, because if one species in the food web dies, the rest will untangle, eventually endangering us humans. In Africa, where oil is plenty, the USA is taking all their oil. Since the US is a very rich and powerful country, Africa can never win their wars, arguments, or fights. As Africa is very rich in resources, the money they get goes straight to the government, who does not bother to support the agricultural communities. On to the second phase of life of a water bottle. Production. Bottles are made of PET plastic, then wrapped with the heat-sensitive shrink plastic for the label, then there's all the wrapping plastic needed to transport it from place to place. To make 1 kilogram of PET plastic releases 3 kilograms of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. All the carbon dioxide and other byproducts coming from the factories are harming the environment. It should be very obvious. Also, to make 1 bottle, we need 3 bottles of water and 1/4 of a bottle of oil. What kind of idiots are we to make something that needs more resources than the thing it contains? Some PET bottles have a dangerous chemical called BPA in it, which causes heart disease, infertility, and some kinds of cancer. Check the recycling number on the bottom of your plastic bottle to check for BPA. If the number is a 2, 4, or 5, you're fine, but if the number is a 1 or 7, you are at risk of BPA. Now on to distribution. This is the part where we send the bottle to places all around the earth. A plastic bottle usually travels around 1,000 kilometers on either boat, plane, or even truck until it gets into your hands. After that, you are most probably going to bring it home in your car. The carbon footprint of a plastic water bottle is enormous. So shocking for such a common, simple, and small item. A lot of pollution is caused by plastic bottles alone. Then you have to factor in all the other things we consume and create that add to the hole in the ozone layer. Fiji Water makes around 1 million bottles a day, then sends them worldwide, so everyone can taste the clean, refreshing taste of Fiji water. But what most people don't know is that most natives of Fiji don't have clean drinking water. Isn't this unfair and confusing? Now on to consumption, the part where we use the bottle and water it holds. 2,000 liters of tap water costs less than 1 liter of bottled water. So if we are consuming globally around 30 billion bottles per year, we can save a lot of money if we all crossed bottled water off our shopping lists. Mostly, we are just paying for the convenience of the bottle. Some environmental groups have tried to stop use of water bottles, but because they are so popular and common, it's kind of impossible to stop. Us, as consumers, are creatures of habit, but it's not that impossible to break a habit. After consuming all these bottles, where do we put them? Most of us just toss them in the trash bin. Some of us reuse them, but that's dangerous due to BPA, and they'll eventually throw them out anyway. And only a small fraction of us recycles them. So what comes next? Disposal. We throw away around 840 bottles per second and recycle only 100 per second. Every year we throw away enough bottles to circle the earth, not once, not twice, but 150 times. All the bottles we throw away clog up landfills and sometimes oceans, harming animals and fish. After time, the oil leaches out of the bottle and it contaminates the ocean or wherever it was thrown away. Here is a story in one statement. We're not recycling enough. But then, if we recycle, we need a factory to do it. And then factories leave byproducts, which creates more pollution. It's a never-ending cycle unless we stop it at the source. If we stop buying bottles, they will stop producing bottles, which leads to a healthier, not cured yet, but healthier planet. Now remember those people in Africa I was talking about earlier? Their rise in their economy sadly leads to a rise in poverty. When rich foreign countries found lots of oil and other resources in Africa, they took all of Africa. Now Africa is its own country, but poverty is still there. The fish in Africa are now small and are usually covered in oil due to oil spills. They said they have to wash it with Omo at times. Most people don't even have clean drinking water. They have to take water from the lake or river, then boil it, and even after that it's not as clean as our water. Some people die from drinking dirty water. I tell you this again, stop buying plastic bottles. They're a pointless waste of money and resources. If we just pay for the convenience of the bottle, I give you another option. Buy a reusable bottle that you can fill, drink, etc., 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 until the bottle is dirty. Then you wash it, and then you continue to fill, drink, the bottle all over again. The bottle may be a bit expensive, but if you add all the costs of disposable bottles you buy every year, the reusable bottle is cheaper. I'd like to thank Ms. Verhel and Ms. Broussard for finding the resources that we used, and Mr. Sturgeon for helping us use PhotoStory and for helping us find legal pictures. These are my picture sources. Next is my bibliography. Now I leave you with this. If you care about our planet, Earth, our home, and want to help it, start by sacrificing the simple things. Listen to me. Buy reusable. Think about it.